Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
It is a beautiful day out today because it's a little bit cooler.
I was going to say it's like peak summer right now when it's
Yes.
like comfortable.
We're used to it.
Rarely happens anymore.
I know.
Do you think?
I know, absolutely. And I feel like, too, because, my son lives in New Hampshire, and he did say it's always just like a little bit cooler there than it is here.
Yeah.
And like he said, it's just like heavenly right now.
I have to say, I'm a summer lover, I'm a sun lover, all of that. But when you feel that just ever so slightly like, oh, like maybe I need a little sweater to put over my shoulders or something, doesn't that feel so nice?
Yes, this morning I had a sweatshirt on.
Yeah,
when I was
you were walking
the
the dogs, right?
And it felt awesome.
Yeah.
Like a little fallish. I liked it.
I had the AC on in the house. So then when I left the house to get in the car, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, it's lovely. Like,
Right, it's
I don't
beautiful.
even think I need the AC on in the house.
No.
Which, when you fall asleep and you just wake up and it's still on or whatever.
Yes.
But I was like, this is that weather that is like
amazing.
Perfect. Like the humidity's not too crazy yet.
No, but it's just right.
So it's just like,
it is
really
just right.
take it in.
It really
Just
is. We
take
got to take it in. We got to take a moment.
But people are actually now, this is kind of like, I guess you'll call it a trend, like a travel trend. People now that like it's so warm in so many places, they're looking for places to go that aren't quite as hot during the summertime if they're traveling. So people are now coming to New England thinking that it's a little bit cooler, which it can be and it can't be.
I guess it would be like first, like what, Florida?
I mean, definitely the islands
South,
more
right?
so, yeah. But it's actually a trend now that people are doing. So let's take a look and hear more about it.
May not seem enticing as temperatures sizzle this summer. But this is a floating version on a boat that takes visitors into the world's largest archipelago in Turku, Finland, where temperatures this time of the year average in the 70s.
Oh my God.
And taking a dip in water as cold as 60 degrees follows a typical Finnish sauna session. Long days with sunsets close to midnight and cooler temperatures brought Boston resident Sarah Landis Grinspoon to Turku this month.
I don't love extreme heat, so this is great. Like, we're getting out of Boston, away from heat waves, and really enjoying ourselves.
She stayed at Hotel Kakola, a Turku prison during the 1800s with cell rooms hearkening to its past, as well as a refurbished boat suite, sauna included. A traditional wood-burning sauna is a highlight at Villa Wolax in the archipelago, where rustic rooms and island sailing trips draw the heat-averse.
It's about 15 degrees less heat over here than in the middle of Europe.
Cooler temperatures may be one reason why summer is Finland's most popular season for American travelers, up 25% last year compared to pre-pandemic 2019, helping set an annual record. Finnair flies direct from 6 U.S. cities to Helsinki during the summer months.
Americans can also find cooler islands closer to home. Here on Nantucket, off the coast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, summer temperatures are usually about 10 degrees lower than Boston.
The nautical-themed Nantucket Hotel, one of those we stayed at for a special raid, is blocks from the water.
Nantucket is sometimes called the Gray Lady, and sometimes it's foggy and very atmospheric. But in the summer, generally, it is cool, ocean breezes, beautiful sunshine.
2 heated pools warm guests, while piles of lobsters and freshly shucked oysters satiate at a traditional clam bake. A taste of a more chill New England.
Now that's my kind of
Looks
vacation
awful.
right there.
Looks terrible. We are so lucky to be in this area. But like, how many times a day do you think I say to you, like, we got to try to get to Nantucket? We got
every day.
Like every day. And I still don't know if it's going to happen.
I know. I really would love it too.
The fall's going to be tough.
The fall's going to be tough. I mean, but I will say, we went to Florida one summer, like with just like a Disney vacation. It was like so hot. I mean, I never ever to be prepared us, but like if you're a New Englander, to be honest with you, traveling south when it's like at its peak, like peak heat, you're not prepared for it. It's almost like you can't move in that kind of heat.
You have to live there and be conditioned to it.
Yes, that's a good point.
And because my mom lives not in Florida, but South Carolina, and it's like you have to be in it all the time to really just kind of like think it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it.
It's a different type of heat.
It's a different kind of heat.
It has been more humid up here in the past couple of years for sure, but I just watched that and I'm like,
I just want to go
lobsters,
to Nantucket.
a pile of lobsters at the Nantucket on Nantucket.
The Gray Lady. We want the Gray Lady.
I'm like, look at how beautiful and breezy it is with her hair blowing in the wind. Like, that is like peak New England.
We're gonna do our show live there one time.
We
that
have to
would be
figure.
like
I
a
don't think
level
we
of
understand the
amazingness.
technology to do that yet, but there's got to be a way.
There's gotta be a way.
We'll manifest that.
I love it. And stick around too. We have another fun guest coming up who we're so excited to talk to. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. We are so excited to have our next guest with us. Victoria Blanchard has just taken the social media piece of really WPRI by storm with 12 in the Wild. And you are just killing it, Victoria, having so much fun. And we're so excited to have you here just to like dive in a little bit more as to really like what you're doing, why you're loving it, and how you're finding all this inspiration to keep the videos so light and fun, but at the same time highlighting and getting such great messaging across about places that a lot of us have never been.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's been a lot.
Yes. And you've been going.
How long have you been doing it now about?
So got hired. I've been here like not that long. Like, it's been like 8 months.
8 months, okay.
So
it feels longer.
That's how long I've been here, but the 12 in the Wild has only really been going on for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So it feels like 10 years. Like literally I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But it has been so much fun. And it's so funny because, like, my background, I always wanted to be behind the camera. Like, I never thought I was going to be in front of the camera. I went to school for screenwriting, so I was like, I'm going to be behind the camera. And then all of a sudden, of course, now this is what I do.
That's actually so cool.
I didn't know that about you. That is really, you don't usually hear that. Right?
No, exactly. Yeah, it was going to be the complete opposite. But then COVID happened. Mm-hmm. I started a YouTube channel. And I was like, this is so much fun. I love doing this. Yeah. So then I ended up seeing that WPRI put out social influencer. And I was like, I'll apply to it. We'll see. I was like, I definitely am not going to get it, but who knows? And then here we are 8 months later. And now I'm going to so many incredible places and places where you would think, and we say this all the time, but growing up here, you're like, I know Rhode Island. Right. Like, I know I know like the ins and outs of it. And then you're like, oh my God, I don't know Rhode Island. It's like insane how much there is out there. And every single day I'm like finding new spots and new places, not just restaurants, but like all the above. Yeah. So it's been really crazy, honestly.
For such a small state, there really is so much that we have in here. Like, I don't know that any other state, even large ones, could really compete with the amount of things that we have here, especially the dining, which I know you're very familiar with that scene, but like the shops, the local shops, just like activities.
Yes. Things that like I would never even think of. Like, I just did a really fun shoot that hasn't came out yet, but it was like basically you go, it's like a you go in and you have to find your way out.
Okay.
Like an escape room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was like an escape room on like steroids. It was insane. And I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of this. But then going into it, I was like, oh my God, this is like legit. Like they make it so that you have no idea.
I'm scared to do one of those.
Oh my God.
I would fail immediately. I'd be in the first room.
And I did fail immediately. Like I was like, for a quick second, I was like, oh my God, they're going to have to come get me.
Like, I would be like panicking.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get out of this. But
and don't they take your cell phones too? Like there's no way of communicating.
You have nothing.
I thought that was like a lie.
No, they lock it up. You don't have anything. So I was like, again, I had to be like, okay, deep breaths. But what I like, the thing that's crazy is after I did it, I was like, that's something I would have never done because I would have been scared to do it.
Point.
And then you do it and you're like, this was so much fun. Like I would have never thought it was this much fun. And like,
it's a great point.
And you're like, you're using your mind, like you're trying to, you feel like you're actually, you're like, oh my God, I'm a detective. Like,
I love it.
Fully figured it out. I was like so proud of myself for
I would be
doing
too.
It.
Oh my God.
So it's funny. I noticed the more things I do, the more I'm like, wow, that's something I would have never done. And then I do it and I'm like, that's so cool that like now I get to share this to other people, like you two being like, that's something that we're all
now
like,
we might want to try
exactly.
this.
That's what I mean. So I'm
still a little scared. But.
Yeah.
We would fail immediately.
We need to bring someone really smart.
That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
So bring us through like a video, like when you actually, like to your point, like the escape room, like when you know you're going to go there.
Yeah.
Like how in your mind then do you like, okay, so listen, like how can I create some really great videos, string them together, edit it? Like what is your process for? I know everyone's different.
Everyone is different. I was just going to say, like, everyone's process is different. The way that I go about it is, so I'll reach out to people or they'll end up finding me now, which is great. Awesome. And which is like amazing that I'm getting that type of exposure. But what I'll do is I'll reach out and then I kind of talk with whoever, the creative director, the owner, whoever is taking over. And I'm like, this is my idea. I give them like 4 ideas that I come up with.
Gotcha.
And then I'm like, what do you guys think? Like, do you think do you like this? Do you like that? Whatever. And we kind of talk it over and we have like a creative meeting. And then we kind of go from there. Then I just show up. It's just me. And it's me and my phone and my tripod and my mic. And, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I go right in and I'm like, oh, we'll see how this goes. Like, who knows? I think that is important though, because it's not a commercial. And like, it is raw. It is authentic. It is me in the wild doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think people, like shy away from that or don't fully understand that, where it's like, of course I'm representing you and your business, but it's not I'm not a full on commercial production. It is just me.
Just you.
So then I'll film the video and then I take it and I edit it within a few days and then I send it over, get approval, and then I'm like, all right, then we'll go from there. So as much as it's like, it's not complicated, but it is at the same time.
But it is a process.
For sure, yes.
It's a lot of work. But I like about what you do, and even what we do sometimes on the road show, and this show, I guess, now too, is that like, it's not necessarily a commercial, but sometimes the outcome is the same. But I think it's great to be seeing people embracing this new form of media that's like a little more casual, a little more organic, not so staged, not so, script driven.
Exactly.
You just kind of want to see what people are, what they're up to,
1000%.
Like.
Well, I think as an influencer too, that is the point. Like, people are now watching to see my reaction on it, So it's a very different, like, people have to understand that it's not like they're telling me exactly what to say, when to say it, how to do it. This is all me. So I'm going into it, blindly sometimes and being like, I could go into this. The escape room I could have gone into and been like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I am like I gotta get out.
Yeah.
Like, but so it is funny in that way. But I think to your point, like, people don't realize now how social media has taken over so much. That these type of casual videos are what it's real. So that is what people want to see. Don't get me wrong, everyone likes a good commercial, funny commercial, you know what I mean? But like, the way social media works nowadays, that is what people want to see. They want to see the raw, authentic side of it. So I try to keep that in mind as much as possible when editing as well, to not make it super scripted, super like, of course I'll put down bullet points of what I want to pinpoint, what I want to talk about, but then I try to just go. Like, I don't want to write down word for word what I'm going to be saying, because it's just, I'm never going to hit it on the mark anyway.
No, and it is too scripted at that point,
And then it doesn't sound authentic.
Exactly. And I'm not going to do it correctly, even if it is all written in front of me. So I'm like,
so
might
smart.
as well just
and I
go
feel
for
like,
it.
too, like, we know you just from being around, obviously, the station and doing segments on the show. But when we meet you and we talk to you, you are who you represent in the videos in person. Like, and I think that's a good point. Like, because people are getting to know you. It is your personality. It is like your reaction to things.
1000%. And I try to make that very clear too when I do when I like have the creative meetings of just like, at the end, I am who I am. I'm really not going to change my personality for it. Of course, and you go into this, and of course, a little bit, you're like, you know, you amp it up a little, you know, you like are
Absolutely.
of
Make sure
course,
you have your coffee beforehand.
Exactly.
Make sure you're on.
Exactly. You know, I'm not going to walk in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, even though I want to.
Yes,
sometimes, you know.
100%.
But at the end of the day, I am who I am. So like I try to go into every video that way, and I think that's why this has done so well, even with working with the clients, because they see that and they like that. And I think that that's the whole point of this, is just to make sure that it's representing exactly who they are. And I think that that's what everyone has liked so far.
Right.
Is that they're like, oh, no, you're actually representing it exactly how we are. You're not like sugarcoating it. You're not, you know, and I don't ever want it to be that way. So that's the way I go into it. I hope, at least.
Definitely comes across like that.
I'm like, when I do golf videos, I'm not a pro by any means.
Oh,
so
man.
I make sure that when I'm doing the video, I'm like, listen, I put in the spots that I'm not doing well in. So
I love it. But for people who aren't, you know, we obviously are super familiar with 12 in the Wild and love it and love what you're doing. But for people who aren't familiar with it, like, what is the concept overall, and also what, you know, what types of places are you going to? What can people expect to see with 12 in the Wild?
Yeah, 12 in the Wild, which is funny, but it's everything. So we're doing restaurants, we're doing shops, boutiques, we're doing, you know, like I've even gone to furniture stores. I've gone, so it is everything. And what I'm really trying to do is get the point across of what the business is, who they are, what they represent, and do it in a fun, organic, raw way.
Yeah.
Not a commercial type video. So it is a 60-second video. It's not super long. It's going along with, you know, Instagram Reels and TikToks, and really trying to fit that demographic. And I think that that's huge right now. So really anything. Like I can't even, it's funny to me sometimes where I'll have my work week and I'm like, oh my God, I have a video on a boat, and the next week I have a video on a bank, and I'm like,
there we go.
That's what we're doing. So, and either way, I try to make it fun. So video at a bank, video on a boat. You know, to some people they're like, well, yeah, obviously video on a boat's going to be amazing. And I'm like, yeah, it was, trust me. But also the video at the bank actually did really well. You know? So it's like, it goes both ways. It's just having fun with it, and trying to find all the local hidden gems all around Rhode Island, even the local gems that aren't hidden that people know about, you know,
which is a good point.
Exactly, like Iggy's, you know, everyone knows about them. And doing a video there has, you know, I had gone to them, but then you go in and you try things that you would never even think of, or you try like certain items where I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to eat that. And then I tried and I'm like, oh my God.
Like, I'll have this again.
Yeah. And so it is doing that. It's going to these places and even shocking yourself. And I think that it's been like incredible to find even like again, hidden gems, but also not hidden gems in places that everyone knows. But going into it, and I'm finding little things about it that I never knew.
Do you think that's probably the secret to the success in it so far? Is that like you really can tell that, wow, like Victoria's going in and we're kind of seeing it through your lens?
Yeah, I think yes. And I also think that I think it's trying to not be so scripted.
Yeah.
I think people love that. I've always said this, you know, before this I was doing social media behind the scenes, like I wasn't really in front of it. But I would do it for restaurants, and I would show the cooks actually cooking. Yeah. I would show them prepping food. That is what people want to see. They want to see the raw, organic side of things.
Fly on the wall.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like I'm a fly on the wall. Yeah. So I think that is what has done, you know, why we've done so well so far is that just aspect of being really raw and organic. And again, this is so new still. Like that's what's crazy is like I didn't realize how I'm like sometimes, like I said, I'm like I feel like I've been doing this for so long, and then I get put back into like reality, and it's like it's only been 6 months. Like you really have only been
because you have been going.
Exactly. I mean, every week it's like 2 shoots a day basically at this point. So
a lot.
It is a lot, and editing.
Editing.
That's heavy.
Probably the hardest, I would say.
That is the hardest part, is the editing, and just getting it all done in a timely manner because social media is so fast. It's so quick that you have to just get it done. And like, it is fast paced. Exactly. And making sure you're posting every day, if not every day, every other, and then stories and, you know, everything else. But wouldn't trade it for anything.
I was gonna say, you're loving it though.
Oh my God, I love it so much, and I feel so like grateful that I could even meet the people that I'm meeting, the businesses, everything has been insane, and it's been so much fun.
I love it.
I also think that's part of it.
Yeah,
people
right.
See that,
you're
you know,
genuinely
like
having a great
exactly.
time. Yeah.
And I think that then it shows in videos. You know?
It comes across.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then before we let you go, where can people find 12 in the Wild, or if they want to reach out to you, if they want to work with you?
Totally. Yes. I always say reach out to me on any platform. I will answer. Obviously, I am on it all the time. So 12 in the Wild on any social media, 12inthewild.com. You can also book like a consultation with me, and we can talk a little bit more about it. But 12 in the Wild everywhere. Social media, you know, I'm saying Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, 12 in the Wild.
We love it.
You're
Thanks for joining
crushing it.
us. I know you're doing an amazing job.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, of course.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
everyone tunes in to all the videos. They're
Yes,
amazing.
exactly. Thank
And
you.
there's still more to come on Spotlight New England, so stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here we go.
Well, it's so fun listening to Victoria talk about, you know, how she's been getting out to all these places in the state. Because I feel like there's always so many things I want to get to, and half the time I don't get there. And you know, you're just always trying to get to so many different places.
Always trying to get there, which is a perfect segue because both of us have been wanting to get to the Lavender Waves farm, and I was able to go last week when you were away.
I know, and I was so
been there with
sad.
me.
I know, I'm so sad I missed it.
But you know, I have heard about the Lavender Waves farm for like so many years now, and here's actually like just some video that I took while I was there.
That looks so gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful? So they do a lavender table event, which is just like a relaxing evening. They have tastings, they had wine, and they have like soothing scents as well. You could go in the bath and do a sound bath. I don't know if you've ever done one before. So that was like underneath the white tents that you just saw. And like just people come together, people buy a ticket, so you all come together. But this one that I went to specifically was the Fig and Fromage. They had put this together.
Yeah.
It was by them. They had partnered up too with our good friend Rosanna, who does her Wine-X.
Yeah.
And they had a pairing of the cheese and some wine that was just unbelievable. But in addition to that, I mean, look at this view right here.
That's gorgeous. I mean, I don't know where lavender grows.
It is
obviously
it is
grows
down
here,
in
but like I thought in general, like
Yeah.
it didn't grow here.
Well,
clearly
it's in bushels.
It looks like, you know, Provence. It looks like another country. Like
It was
how
gorgeous.
amazing is that it's right here in our
I mean, that was one thing I
backyard.
kept thinking. I'm like, because I was just like walking around taking photos, and I kept thinking that, like, wow, I'm only like, not only, but I'm an hour from home.
Yeah.
And just going 1 hour from home, you do feel like you are like in France.
Just
completely away, you know, with the breeze and the beautiful, and there's weddings there, and there's events. There's an Airbnb on the property too
that's
that we
so
saw.
cool.
So if you haven't ever been, it really is a good spot to check out.
Does it just like smell like lavender? Like
It smelled like
everywhere?
lavender, and then we got to take a little bunch home with us, and I've actually had it in my car just because
your car
scent
must
is
smell
so good.
Because that's like
So-
one of those like absolutely
Oh, it's
perfect
heavenly.
smells. Like nobody.
It's like a
doesn't
clean
like
smell.
that.
I have to say,
Yeah.
like my car smells so clean, and it's not. It's definitely not. But it is a great spot. We should definitely go together at
Yeah, it
some
was
point
really
and just
beautiful.
have just like a nice afternoon.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I was so sad that I missed it, but you know, it's so funny. Like we were saying, there's just so many places that you don't even really think about sometimes when
Right.
you're looking around the state. And you know, from researching different segments that I have to do, and when I do the Saturday morning segment, I'm trying to go to different places. And you
Yes.
find these places. There's a lot of like almost like secret hidden gardens
Yeah, I
around
mean,
the
I'm
state
all
that
on
I've never
finding them.
heard of. That now I have been able to go out to and experience, and never even knew they
amazing.
were there. So it's great that we get to do this and kind of share this here
Absolutely.
with everyone on this show.
Yeah,
And,
this would be
you
a
know,
great thing for anybody to go to.
Yeah, you
so,
can just go pick it,
check
right?
out. Just go pick
Yeah.
it. Take photos. Beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Let us know
Gorgeous.
if you do. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us over there.
And we will see you next time on Spotlight New England.